think I want to kind of just do a couple of splotches, for lack of. So this one I'm going to do slightly different. I'm going to really water down my paint, but I'm not going to put the water on first. So I'm going to just like do that kind of this ombre style card. So that's what I'm looking at. So you can always add more pigment. And with watercolors, it's nice because if you really need to, you can kind of take some away by adding water. But kind of start with the purple. Do the blue. And then you just kind of add some more water when that blend line, and it really kind of puts everything together. And I thought I had a teal. All right. So that one, like, see, that teal feels a little dark to me. So we are going to just add some more water. Hey guys, I love you. Goodbye.
I'm trying. Let's go.
Thank you. It's the thing is we're to the point in quarantine where everybody's always on a Zoom all the time, so life is just what life is.
That was so pretty.
Thanks. So, and the part I like about this is you really can solve any of these problems. Like, there's no mistakes. So if you look at it, I got closer to this edge than I was from this edge, and all I have to do is just take some more purple and extend this line down. And if it was really a problem, then I would just color the whole piece of paper. Like, there's no mistakes. So, and the idea behind all of mine is that I'm gonna go back with the Sharpie and add words and simple drawings. Like, that's my plan. Just because then there's less stress on the watercolor part, and you can just enjoy the process of the colors without having to worry about if it looks specifically like this. And just for me, I think that it's a little more fun that way. I will try to do one of these now with the whole rainbow. And we'll do, because that one takes a little bit because there's a lot more color mixing. So let's do one of those. All right. So I'm going to do it this way this time. These postcards are going to be all upside down and left, right, and all kinds. We have a new friend that joined us. Who joined us? Hello, hello. All right. So I'm going to add again with just a bunch of water. And then it's going to cover all the way to the bottom. And then it's going to be a little less precise at the top, is my plan.
Can you just water down that?
There we go. So I haven't gone all the way to the top. It's about 2/3. It's a very squiggly line at the top. And I kind of don't want any straight lines. Okay, so there's that. So I'm gonna work from the one side. So I'm gonna start over in this corner, and I'm gonna start with the red. So I just barely am painting in this corner, and it's doing its thing. So that's good to me. So I'm gonna get a little orange. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fully wash my brush, and then I'm gonna actually go to the opposite side, and I'm going to do my purple from this corner. my paper is bending a little bit. It's not spreading the same. So basically, I'm just kind of trying to flatten it a little bit. There we go. So now I'm gonna go to my blue. And it's not mixing here like I want it to, so I'm just gonna add some water. All right. So now I'm going to go into my green. And I would rather my green mix more with the blue than with these oranges, because that won't be pretty. It won't be ugly, but I just prefer the color that will happen when the blue and the green mix versus the green and the orange. So I'll add a little bit more green down here. And then I'm gonna go, the yellow is the one that'll work with everything in the middle here. It'll work with the orange, it'll work with the green. So this is a good example right here. Because the paper moved, the water wasn't there. So literally the paint's only gonna go with where the water is. So it's nice when you are painting something where you want a defined shape, you can make a defined shape with water, and then I'll show an effect in a second. And you have control while not having control, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna add this. And I'm gonna leave that. I'm not mad at that. I'm gonna leave that. So I'm gonna add a little bit more water over here because these aren't mixing like I personally want. So I'm just gonna, I added more water. I'm gonna go back in with my little bit of my orange on the line. And then go with some water so it like blends out. And if you do have extra cards, we can find them a good home, so to speak. So just reach out to Beth or me and we'll get you set up. So this one will be like this. I'm not exactly sure what this situation is, but that's totally fine. I mean, I'm going to, let's see. I think I want, let's see. So I went in and this one's just, you can do the same wet on wet technique, but this one I'm just kind of having little just freehand.
Sherry wants to show you hers.
Sherry, I would love to see it. Ooh, very nice. Look at that. That looks amazing. Good job.
Sherry.
Good job, girlfriend. I have a little hair in, can you see it? There's a little hair in here. It's going to drive me nuts. Got it. Yes. All right. Yeah, it should dry pretty quickly. Let's see.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'll do after this one. Does everybody have one or two that are dry?
I have one.
Yes.
Okay. So after I do this one, we'll go, I'll get my Sharpie and we'll start kind of going over some things and like having some fun with it.
I'm sorry.
Being woken up from a nap is the worst.
You don't have to clean it.
Though I'm finding lately I can't take a nap, but I will lay down and literally just close my eyes, which is like, it's usually what people say who are trying to say they didn't take a nap, but they did. And they're like, I just was closing my eyes, but that's really what's happening. I'm just laying down and closing my eyes. I'm not actually sleeping, and I can do that for 10 minutes or so, and it still helps. It's not a nap, but it does help. Oh, monkeys! So, look what happened. Not a big deal. Let's see if we can soak it up. Oh, we can. That is the benefit of the watercolor paper. It gives you a little more. I did like rub up a little bit of the paper, but I'm gonna stop there because I got most of the color out, so I'm gonna leave well enough alone with that. And if I couldn't get it off, I would just work it into the design somehow.
You know what I love about this, Michelle?
What?
Even though I'm not doing it, is it has made me stop and do something I've been wanting to do, which was just sit down and write these notes and let people know I'm thinking of them.
Yeah. And it's hard to like, it's almost hard to make time for this sometimes. But literally me planning this class was how I made sure I made time to do this kind of thing. Because I've also wanted,
appreciate it.
I've also wanted to send cards to people, and it's the same thing. It's, you know, it's easy to let it go by the wayside. So I was like, no, I'll do this, and then we can all do this, and it'll be, can spread some nice feelings and whatnot.
Yep. Love bomb them. That's
Love
what I
bomb them. We used to call that, I would do that, we used to call it like heart attacks when you'd cover the door with hearts.
Beautiful.
I love quarantine for changing the meaning of so many words. Like the phrase drive by is a very positive, uplifting, happy thing now. And we schedule them. And, you know?
We did that this week.
Yeah?
Yeah, this past weekend. We did for Ari's birthday drive thing.
For whom?
For Ari's. It was Ari's birthday?
Yeah.
Oh, good. They're fun. I've done a couple of them. There was one happening right now, so I texted them earlier. Because I couldn't go, which is...
How old is Ari?
She just turned 12.
How exciting.
Yep.
Woo! Big year for her.
All right.
There.
Okay. I'm going to go grab my Sharpie and not